What? What? Okay, so there's one of those situations where I should have known this was coming, but I wasn't really thinking about it because I was busy with other things, and then all of a sudden it happened, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess we'll go ahead and react to both the FEH channel and the Choose Your Legends banner itself.
Flap, 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 flap. Flap, 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 flap. Flap, flap.
Hey.
Hello, summoners. Did I just land on something? Faye, what could it be? Oh, that's right. As the mysterious calling card from the last video said, I, Faye, have made my grand return to introduce the latest Choose Your Legends heroes to all you summoners. It's time for a special Choose Your Legends edition of...
I think I spent 10 minutes on this.
Let's get started.
It's just it's for the winners off.
Ta-da! These are the illustrious heroes who climbed through the ranks to reach the number 1 and 2 spots in the men's and
Crown,
women's
Tiki,
divisions
Bioth, and
of
Sleep.
the Choose Your Legends
So-
Round 6 event.
Okay, so before we continue on this, I also wanted to say we've got 2 swords, 3 swords actually. Tiki, who's a dragon, she's also traditionally red. Like basically all of our are traditionally red. Obviously, it's not going to be a case here, so it's figure out who exactly. I think at least one will be a sword still. You think Crom is interesting because his secondary class in Awakening is an archer, and so that's why they generally always make him and they always give him and Lucina canon archer alternate classes for like legendaries and that kind of thing. So I think he'll probably still be an archer here, but hard to say. Maybe we'll make him a lance instead. Sleep could also be a lance. Bioth could be just about anything, but they could make Bioth the lance or the sword, or they could make Bioth we could make Bioth Bioth could be a lance too, because they could base Bioth on Geralt. Give Bioth a Geralt alt and make her a cavalry lance, or they could also make her based on Sothis, or even Citri. It's hard to say what we go there for there. But I think I'd be interested in a Sothis for Gallia alt too. But in that case, she'd probably either be a tome or a sword. But tome works well for Bioth too. I'm betting on Sleep being a sword and Crom being a lance or bow, but it could be either way. Tiki would be whatever color dragon is not the one that's picked by the other ones. Probably green, more than likely. But I'm guessing green are colors for Tiki, because Bioth could also be green too. But Crom and Sleep don't even get options for green. I guess Crom could be a green bow, so maybe. But I'm guessing Tiki's would be a green dragon.
They clearly need no introduction, but I'll give them one anyway.
Okay, so the
Must be where the flow of time has guided
So
you
the Gallia,
on
okay.
your journey.
Yep. So is Regalia.
Presenting the runner-up from the women's division.
Looks like it's a
Byleth from the Fire Emblem Three Houses game. Former
tome.
professor at the Officers Academy at Garrigmach Monastery, she makes her arrival clad in mystical-looking garb based on Sothis's usual attire. If you ask me,
Nice. I like that. I like that Regalia.
really makes it her own. But I wonder what Sothis would have to say about it. Her weapon, Inner Wellspring, grants her the no follow-up effect if she's within
Colorless tome. Okay.
at the start of the turn. Plus, if she meets a different set of conditions, her stats increase during combat, and she can potentially trigger her special faster a second time. You'll definitely want her special to trigger, because when it does, its damage is boosted depending on her speed.
Divine Pulse. Oh, interesting.
So, if she doesn't take her foe out then and there, she'll take less damage from their next attack, and even deal increased damage on her following attack. To top it all off, when attacked by a
Speed preempt?
Byleth can
What the heck?
before their first attack if her speed is greater than theirs. Bow, dagger, magic,
That's a new
wise to think twice before
variation on the Vantage ability,
Professor.
but it doesn't count. Include Savior. Interesting.
Just as my father, nothing could honor me more.
Okay, he has a sword, and he's based on Sigurd. Yeah,
Now for the runner-up from the men's division, it's
he straight does look like Sigurd.
genealogy of the Holy War Game.
So cavalry sword then.
He's dressed to the nines in stupendously chivalrous garb, but he's looking particularly gallant here. Having embraced Sigurd's legacy, he's ready to forge a path straight into the future, and look great doing it. His weapon
Holy Tide Tearfing.
has an interesting effect. It deals damage.
Oh, he does have Canto. Yeah, nice. Okay.
Space is moved by whoever initiated combat. The farther they moved, the higher the damage.
Wait, what?
A similar effect appears again in Attack Speed Clash 4.
Another new.
Number of spaces moved by whoever initiated.
Oh, I get it.
Again, the farther they moved,
That's more.
the bonus. Clever use of his weapon and skills. will
Oh, okay.
boost his performance.
So he has to move to trigger it. So it's not the same as
The air to light skill grants him stat boosts.
If he's into his speed, that grants attack speed.
Extra space if he's near an
I got all three of these on in the trailer.
Taken all together, the farther away the foe is, the more.
How is he moving 4 spaces?
So don't be afraid to go the distance.
And you can move extra space. Okay.
Ever since I've come to Asker, I've met rather a lot of people. Some
Tiki.
of them are dear to me now.
I'm so excited.
Wait.
Because now I get to introduce the winner of the women's division.
What is this outfit?
Tiki,
Is it-
from the Fire Emblem Awakening.
Is this based on her original design?
What a pretty ribbon she's wearing. This ensemble is reminiscent of the one she wore when she worked with Marthin.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
Time ago.
it's going back to her old outfit, but as an adult. That's an interesting way to do it, but
Fit now.
I'm not sure if that's
Her weapon,
remote breath.
grants her stat boosts during combat.
Affecting a giant foes. If he gets in 3 spaces an ally.
Not only does this skill make her special easier to trigger, but if she has a special that triggers when attacking, then she's granted special cooldown count -1 before she even attacks during combat.
It would seem that it's got.
Means she can trigger her special in
You'd think remote breath would have distant counter too.
The attack
Attack res finish.
skill has the same condition as her weapon. If she's within 3 spaces of an ally, she's granted stat boosts. And if she meets another set of conditions related to her special, she'll deal more
Is she fast?
during combat.
Because I think the original adult Tico is slow.
Damage she deals
But she looks really fast
to
here.
restore 7 HP. Because her weapon makes her special so easy to trigger, she should have no trouble keeping her HP up. The new divinity skill lowers
What was her
foe's
foe stats?
if her HP is greater than or equal to 25%. And it prevents them from making a follow-up attack if her HP is greater than or equal to 40%. Plus, it reduces damage from her foe's
I think her design is one of the most boring ones so far.
These skills allow Tiki to withstand attacks and restore health. So this divine dragon won't be going down without a fight.
So what Crombie based on?
If my power can be used to promote peace, then I will happily go.
Oh, he's a lance. So this Great Lord, it's Great Lord Crom then.
Last, but certainly not least,
Yeah.
there's the
Okay.
winner of the men's division. It's
No, wait.
Crom from Fire Emblem Awakening. Having risen to
Yeah,
the
it's gotta be a
level of
lance.
release, Crom comes equipped with all the trappings of a great lord.
Oh, I didn't catch what Tiki's. Tiki's gotta be a green one. No, is that an axe? Was Tiki blue? I didn't catch what Tiki was. Is that actually an axe?
Kinda reminds me of the one his daughter Lucina
No, okay, that is lance.
If he initiates combat or is near an ally,
Yeah, he's cavalry lance. Okay.
Gairdrifle grants an amount to all stats equal to 5 plus 2 times the number of bonus and penalty status effects active on him. The Infantry Speed Tactic skill grants speed plus 6 to nearby allies, plus the null follow-up effect if they are infantry units at the start of the turn. Let's check out his A Fate.
So he's another cavalry lance. We'll have to keep in mind that
Think of a more Crom-sounding name.
oh, he's not doubling.
This skill
Interesting.
moves the target ally to his
I don't think he's gonna step on Erica's toes. You know, he has a cavalry lance, but he is pretty powerful. Wait, he is 75 damage there.
It's so like Crom to protect his friends. And
I mean, if he's 75 damage, at least to armor.
true leader he is. For more details on these hero skills, keep an eye out for a video debuting after this.
This is only halfway through the FEH Channel. Let's take a show.
And of course,
Choose a 5-star focus hero
this is a
free summon event.
Choose Your
Yep.
Legend celebration.
Oh, they might show the
Better believe
they might show the Grand Hero Battle.
By summoning on this event, you can add one of these heroes to your barracks.
I love that design.
That, you'll be able to choose a focus hero to summon for free after summoning 40 times in the new hero summoning event. And you can do it up to 4 times.
Basically, just throw all your orbs on it.
4 focus heroes if you summon 160 times. You can also get a celestial stone after 40 summons, up to 4 times.
Yeah.
The new Heroes Weave of Fate summoning event begins August 17th, so be sure to check it out. Oh,
That's
and
tomorrow.
don't forget that the free Summon a New Future event that features the top heroes from Choose Your Legends Round 4 will be ending on August 30th.
Round 4.
Remember to summon one of these heroes so they can join the fray.
Oh.
Speaking of heroes joining the fray, it's
Wait, is that
time for
Gerald?
the next grand hero.
What?
Gerald from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Gerald?
He's the former captain of the Knights of Soros. After leaving that post, Gerald
Breaker Lance, nice.
mercenaries and travel the world. He's also Violet's father. Do you think he came to congratulate her on ranking so high in the Choose Your Legends event? Whatever the reason for his appearance, the Grand Hero Battle...
Blade Breaker, nice. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting Gerald.
Outfits. There's no shortage of amazing skills either. I can't wait to see the Choose Your Legends heroes and Gerald in battle when they storm onto the scene soon. Now then, next up is...
What? I'll see you.
Beginning August 16th
Oh.
Pacific, we'll be increasing the number of times
Yeah.
you can improve heroes
I heard people are saying that. I heard people saying they might be doing this again.
Here, the number of times a hero can be improved will increase by 5 beyond the current limit. You'll need 40 dragon flowers to improve beyond the current limit, and the number needed to improve after that will increase by 40 each time.
As per usual.
That reminds me, dragon flowers will be available as a special reward in the next Forging Bonds event, Weave
Oh.
of Fate. You can earn 1,000 of each of the 4 types.
That's cool.
So you can get a grand total of 4,000 dragon flowers. Get out there and win some battles so you can beef up your heroes. Whew, that's all for today.
I was wondering if they might tease the next chapter, but I don't think
As much
so.
fun getting a sneak peek at the latest round of Choose Your Legends heroes as I did. I'm sure they're grateful for the support you showed with your votes. And I bet they're eager to show off their new skills and attire. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you continue to enjoy the Fire Emblem Heroes game. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Okay, that's it then. So, all right. Now you take a look at what's going on here, because Rom might step on Erica's toes a little bit. That's one thing people are afraid with Erica, but even despite the fact that Erica's still pretty busted.
Could this be where the flow of time has guided me next on my journey?
Oh, she's flying! Okay, Divine Pulse. Not shocking if I have a Divine Pulse blade. I guess Time's Pulse was supposed to be representative of that, but Time's Pulse is actually an inheritable skill. Inheritable Spring. Christmas Fair Cone Count -1. At start of turn, you have the 2 face ally, grants no fallout to unit for 1 turn. And also, special call and count is at maximum value. Grants special call and count -1. So it's basically times pulse. If you enter combat or within 2 spaces of an ally, grants +5 offense to you during combat, and special triggers during or before combat. Grants special call and count -1 to combat. So another -1 to special call and count. Divine Pulse is 2. Boost damage by 25% of unit speed. Reduce damage to foes next attack by 75%. And unit's next attack deals damage equals 20% of unit speed. Oh. So, okay, I think, so basically the idea here is that you want it to trigger first. You trigger it first, then the foe's attack will be reduced by 7%, and unit's next attack deals damage equals 20% of unit speed. If it triggers in the second round of combat, it's not going to be very useful. Speed preempt 3. This is basically a advantage ability. Inflict speed +4 in full range combat. If one is combat and use bow, dagger, magic, or staff, and your speed is greater than foe's speed, you can counterattack before foe's first attack. Bow, dagger, magic, or staff. So it's ranged. But how does that help? Don't you need distant counter to trigger that? Oh, this is okay. Oh, it's a tome. So no, the shifty this character is suited close counter. No, okay, it makes sense now. So speed preempt is the ability to it's an enhanced version of advantage for ranged, but for physical it doesn't help. It doesn't do anything. Even if you have close counter, it won't do anything.
With the goddess.
That's basically Solstice's mythic attack.
Dressed as my father, nothing could honor me more.
Okay, so he's got advantage too. It's pretty nice. Yeah, Canto too. Canto is pretty nice. Accelerate special trigger, call count -1. If you are followed in today's combat or after moving to a different space. Okay. So if he moves or if his foe moves and attacks him, he gets +5 to all stats to unit during combat, and he deals damage equals number of spaces move at whoever you initiate combat. Max 4 times 10% of foe's defense. And also, if unit's HP is greater than equal to 20% at start of combat, unit's HP is greater than equal. If unit's HP is greater than equal to 20% at start of combat, unit's HP is greater than 1. And if it reduces unit's HP to 0, unit has 1 HP. Why do you say that? If unit's HP is greater than 20% start combat, that's all you need. You don't need to say unit's HP is greater than 1, because it's going to be greater than 1. Attack speed class 4. If unit initiates combat after moving to a different space, grants bonus to unit's attack speed during combat equals X plus 6. So the attack speed class is a totally new thing. After you move, the amount of number of spaces you move, you can deal more damage. Grants bonus to unit's attack speed during combat equals X plus 6. Oh, X. So you can get to 10 there. That's ridiculous. You can get to 10 for attack and speed. Airlight. At start of turn, if you use within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed plus 6 and no follow-up for you to it for 1 turn, and you can move 1 extra space. So if he's within 1 extra space, he can move up to 4 spaces. So it's a reference to Legendary Sigurd.
We go together.
Tiki.
come to Asker, I've met rather a lot of people. So many of them are dear to me now.
Okay. Remote Breath, Attack Res, Finish 4. New Divinity. Accelerate Special Clunk on -1. If ever against dragon foes, makes sense. If you within 3 seconds an ally, grants +5 to all stats to you during combat. You may guaranteed follow-up attack. And if units attack and treat or special, grants column to count -1 to you before units first attack during combat. And foes attack and trigger special, and units res is greater equal to foes res +5. Inflict special count +1 on foe before foes first attack during combat. Can exceed foes' maximum remaining special cooldown. If foes range equals 2, attack standard using the lower foes defense or res. That's kind of weird. It says remote breath. You'd think it'd be distant counter, but it's not. The remote breath is all about special triggers. And it deals its fight against dragon foes. If units within 3 seconds of an ally, grants attack res +7 to unit during combat, and if unit special is ready or unit special triggered before or during this combat, deals +5 damage during combat. Except when dealing damage with area effect specials. Immediate deals damage to foe during combat to 7 HP unit. So, the attack res finish is another chain. This looks like it's based on... Okay, so this is similar to that other like Clash ability, except this time it's not based on whether it's similar to the Clash ability, which is also similar to it's also similar to the other abilities like Swiss Barrow and like except in this case it's not on initiate, it's on if you're within 3 seconds of an ally. So you get attack res +7. If you get special was ready or you get special trigger before or during this combat, deals +5 damage during combat. I mean, you deals damage to foe during combat, so 70 HP, so you also get 70 HP back. New Divinity, at start of combat. If unit's HP is granted to 25%, inflicts attack res -5 on foe during combat. And if unit's res is granted foe's res, reduce damage attacks, damage reduction by 40%. No, difference between foe's stats, up to 40%. At start of combat, if units HP is granted 40%, foe can't make a follow attack during combat. So you also negate follow attacks for foe too.
Do not trouble me.
Alright. Grom.
For the good of the people, no matter who or where they are.
Okay, it's just better against armor. So that still gives that still means that Erica has plenty of niche on her, and she'd probably still be useful for a while. It does that. This eliminates her. Infantry speed tactic. Oh, that's gonna be extremely niche. But this is clearly an upgrade to a speed tactic. Gerdriffle. Accelerates special cold combat -1. If it against armored foes, if you enters combat or within 2 seconds an ally, grants plus all stats plus X during combat. X equals number of bonus and penalty effects on active unit ×2 +5. Huh? Number of, so plus X during combat, number of bonus and penalty effects. So the max you can get out of that is I don't know what that means. What is that even saying? Is it like bonuses and penalties? Like if you have bonuses and penalties on all of your stats, you'll have 8. So that would be 16 plus 5. That doesn't make any sense. That's way too high. Granted, it doesn't actually add those stats. So, like if you got penalties on, you might negate the stats, but you're not actually gonna. You might negate stats and deal a little more damage than the reductions, but it's not gonna actually be a huge upgrade. But I don't know. That seems way off. Let's see. So 4 times 2 would be 8. So 8 plus 5. Yeah, that's 13. Even 13 is just really high. And there's no like maximum idea. That doesn't make any sense. Reduces damage from foes first attack during combat by 40%, and if bonus is out of a unit, grants special clone charge +1 per attack. A fate change. Moves target ally to opposite unit and grants no action unit. Grants any bonus active on target ally to unit and pair cohort, if any. For 1 turn, and inflicts isolation on unit and pair cohort, if any, through the next action. Grants any bonus active on target ally to unit. Okay, so basically that is a way for him to get bonuses to use with Gearderful. And he's got Surge Sparrow too. He's got Surge Sparrow too? What? So not only is he a cavalry lance, he's also getting the same Surge Sparrow that Erica had last year. A start turn grants gain +6 to allies in 2 spaces for 1 turn, and no fall to infinite allies in 2 spaces. Grants only if the number of that allies movement type on a current team is less than or equal to 2. So that's like the worst thing here, because what's the point? Oh, and here's the other thing too. He has near speed defense near trace 3. He's got that, but he doesn't have the straight Canto 2 that Erica has. That straight Canto 2 is much more reliable than near trace, because this is just if he moves like he moves 3 spaces, he can move 1 more space after that. Yeah. On the other hand, like, near trace can sometimes be more useful, but that's not usually the case. Infinite speed tactic. A start of turn grants C +6 to allies in 2 spaces for 1 turn, and null fall to infinite allies in 2 spaces. That seems very niche because it's a tactic ability. Who wants tactic abilities at this point in time? I get that it's supposed to be the idea is to have a mixed team, but I don't know. I don't think that seems a lot useful. But he's still pretty busted either way. Oh, he is doubling here. God of Openness. Oh, look. Album shows up again, somehow. Okay, so that is it for this one. I definitely like Bias the most here. I think Bias is the most unique. I don't know if that's going to translate to being a good unit, at least in any case. It looks to me like overall Crom and Sleep are probably the best. It's Crom? Is Sleep? Okay, he doesn't have any effectiveness here. But they're all fast. Looks like they're all fast. Even Tiki is fast, appears. Well, she doesn't prefer speed, it looks like, but she's probably going to be decently fast. She mostly prefers attack and res. But she's still doubling this dragon, but so she's probably at least faster as dragon, but hard to say how fast she is by comparison. We haven't seen her stats yet. I assume she's gonna be the slowest in the banner. But I love that bot design. Okay. And also the fact that we got Gerald too. I did not expect Gerald to be here. I knew we'd get him eventually. I just didn't really think he'd be a Grand Hero Battle, let alone on the Grand Hero Battle for this particular banner. I always know who expected, but I wasn't sure. But but I wasn't. Joe wasn't in my mind about it. I should have thought about it, but it just I don't know. It didn't come to head. So there we go. That's the Choose Your Legends